Hola, amigos. Picture this. Sun-drenched beaches, fiery flamenco dancing, and the tantalizing aroma of paella filling the air. Sounds pretty good, right? That's the allure of the Spanish lifestyle, a captivating blend of passion, relaxation, and vibrant culture. Are you ready for an adventure that will tantalize your senses and leave you craving more? We're about to embark on a journey to the heart of Spain and Italy, two countries that know how to live life to the fullest. Get ready to explore the captivating world of Spanish and Italian lifestyles, where every day feels like a celebration. Spain and Italy. Just hearing those names conjures up images, doesn't it? Maybe it's the vibrant colors of a Barcelona market for Spain, or the sleek lines of a Ferrari speeding along an Italian coastline. We often lump these two Mediterranean darlings together, and sure, they share sunny weather, a love for good food, and that enviable European flair. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Both Spain and Italy are ridiculously gorgeous. We're talking ancient ruins rubbing shoulders with modern architecture, all bathed in that golden Mediterranean light. But even the scenery has its own personality in each place. Spain can be dramatic, think rugged mountains and vast plains, while Italy is more like a perfectly composed painting, all rolling hills and vineyards. And the people? Well, they're as different as their landscapes. The Spanish are known for their warmth, their late-night dinners that stretch into the wee hours, and a certain, how shall we say, when it comes to time. Beyond the stereotypes, unpacking the essence. Now, I'm not talking about those tired old cliches. Spaniards are always having fiestas. Italians only eat pasta. Frankly, that's insulting to both cultures. What we're after here is the essence. What does a typical Tuesday evening look like for a family in Seville versus a family in Siena? What are their biggest stresses, their greatest joys? This is where things get interesting, because we start to see beyond the postcards and into the heart of these cultures. We might discover that the Spanish emphasis on community and work-life balance is more appealing than we thought. Or maybe the Italian dedication to quality, whether it's food, fashion, or art, resonates with our own values. The siesta struggle, myth or reality. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the siesta in the Spanish plaza. Everyone's heard tales of Spaniards shutting down in the afternoon for a leisurely nap, only to re-emerge as the sun begins to set. Sounds idyllic, right? Well, like most stereotypes, the reality is a bit more complicated. While the concept of a siesta is rooted in Spanish tradition, the modern workplace doesn't always allow for such lengthy breaks. Many Spaniards, especially those in larger cities, find themselves working through the traditional siesta hours. Mamma mia, the stereotypes stick. Now let's hop over to Italy, where we encounter a whole new set of cliches. Ask anyone to describe an Italian, and you'll likely hear words like passionate, stylish, and food-obsessed. And sure, Italians certainly know how to enjoy life's pleasures. But to reduce an entire culture to a handful of stereotypes is to miss out on the richness and complexity that lies beneath the surface. Take the stereotype of Italians being loud and boisterous. Living the dream, or just a tourist's fantasy? Here's the thing about both Spanish and Italian lifestyles. They look awfully appealing from the outside. Who wouldn't want to spend their days sipping espresso in a sun-drenched piazza or indulging in tapas as the sun sets over the Mediterranean? But it's important to remember that we're often only seeing a romanticized version of reality. Both countries face their own unique set of challenges, from economic struggles to political instability. Life in Spain and Italy isn't always a Fellini film or a flamenco-filled fiesta. People work hard, they face daily stresses, and they navigate the ups and downs of life just like anyone else. All right, enough with the high-minded cultural analysis. Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? The best way to understand the difference between Spanish and Italian lifestyles is to live them, vicariously, of course. So imagine you've got two magical alarm clocks. One transports you to a typical day in Madrid, the other to Milan. Ready to hit snooze on reality for a bit? It's 7:30 a.m. in Madrid. You're jolted awake not by the alarm, but by the aroma of strong coffee and churros frying. The city is already buzzing, but there's a relaxed energy in the air. People greet each other with a kiss on each cheek, even if they've just met, and nobody's in a rush to get anywhere fast. Breakfast is a quick affair, maybe a café con leche and a pastry, enjoyed standing up at the local bar. Here's where the cultural differences start to become glaringly obvious. In Spain, work-life balance isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. Sure, Spaniards work hard, but they also prioritize time with family and friends, leisurely lunches, and those sacred evening sobremesas, the hours spent chatting and digesting after a meal. The workday might be longer with that built-in siesta break, but it's about savoring the journey, not just rushing to the destination. Italians, on the other hand, have a reputation for being workaholics. And while that's not entirely fair, there's no denying that Italians are incredibly passionate about their work, whether it's crafting leather goods, designing cars, or running a family restaurant. Ah, family, the heart and soul of both Spanish and Italian cultures. But even here, there are subtle differences in how family is perceived and experienced. In Spain, family is all-encompassing. It's not just your immediate family, but also your extended family, your neighbors, your friends. They're all part of your inner circle. Sundays are often spent with the whole clan, sharing paella and laughter. After a long day, or a leisurely one, depending on your perspective, both Spaniards and Italians know how to unwind in style. In Spain, the evening is all about socializing. The streets come alive as people gather for tapas, small plates of delicious food meant to be shared with friends. The atmosphere is lively, with laughter and conversation flowing freely. Okay, folks, it's time to settle a debate that's probably raged since the first Roman chariot got lost on its way to a Spanish fiesta. We've explored the ins and outs of daily life, the work ethic, the family dynamics, but nothing exposes the heart of the Spanish versus Italian lifestyle like how they approach dinner. This, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road, where the olive oil hits the pan, where the cultural rubbernecking gets real good. Let's start with our preconceived notions, shall we? Spanish food, paella, tapas, maybe a whiff of chorizo wafting in from that late-night bar you swore you'd never leave. Italian food, pasta, pizza, and the ghosts of 1,000 grandmothers judging your sauce-to-noodle ratio. Picture this, you're invited to dinner with a Spanish family. You arrive to find the table overflowing with dishes. Tortilla española, patatas bravas, gambas al ajillo, the list goes on. Everyone's talking at once, kids are running around, and there's a general sense of joyous chaos. You're handed a plate, but good luck finding a place to put it down. The point is to graze, to sample a bit of everything, to let the conversation and the wine flow as freely as the food. Dinner might last for hours and nobody's in a hurry to leave. Now imagine you're having dinner with an Italian family. Here's the thing about this culinary showdown. It's not really about the food, is it? It's about what the food represents. The Spanish dinner table is a microcosm of their culture, open, welcoming, spontaneous, and always up for a good time. The Italian dinner table, on the other hand, reflects their values of tradition, quality, and savoring life's pleasures with intention. So, which is better? There's that question again. And just like with everything else we've explored, there's no easy answer. See, this whole Spanish versus Italian lifestyle debate, it was never meant to crown a winner. It was about opening our eyes and our stomachs to the incredible diversity of human experience. It's about recognizing that there's no one right way to live, to eat, to love, to be. And maybe, just maybe, by exploring these different ways of life, we can learn a little something about ourselves along the way. So the next time you're faced with a choice, a quick bite standing up or a leisurely 3-hour meal, a raucous gathering or an intimate conversation, don't just go with your gut. Think about the values behind those choices. Think about the Spanish zest for life, the Italian appreciation for quality. So, who wins the lifestyle trophy? All right, folks, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The drum roll, please. Insert imaginary drum roll here. Which lifestyle reigns supreme, Spanish or Italian? Well, if you're expecting me to pick a winner, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Because the truth is, there's no clear victor in this battle of the lifestyles. It's like comparing a perfectly chilled gazpacho to a soul-warming plate of carbonara. Both delicious, both satisfying, just in different ways. Trying to declare one better than the other is like saying there's only one right way to enjoy a sunset. The real magic happens when we stop comparing and start incorporating. Who says you can't embrace the Spanish zest for life while appreciating the Italian dedication to quality? Maybe your ideal day starts with a leisurely breakfast of churros and chocolate, followed by a productive morning at work, inspired by that Italian work ethic. Then, a long lunch break with friends, Spanish style, before returning home to prepare a simple yet delicious pasta dinner using fresh, local ingredients, just like Nonna used to make. It's about creating a life that reflects your values, your passions, and your own unique definition of La Dolce Vita. So go ahead, steal a page from the Spanish playbook, and prioritize those connections. Gather your loved ones around the table, share stories, laughter, and maybe even a spontaneous flamenco dance or two. As we wrap up this epic journey through the heart of Spanish and Italian lifestyles, I hope you've come away with more than just a hankering for paella and gelato. Though, let's be honest, those cravings are real. More than anything, I hope this has sparked a curiosity within you, a desire to explore not just different corners of the world, but different corners of yourself. Because the truth is, the most rewarding journeys are often the ones that lead us inward, to a deeper understanding of who we are, what we value, and how we want to live our lives. So, go forth, my friends, and embrace the world with open arms and an open heart. Phew, we've covered a lot of ground here, from the bustling streets of Madrid to the sun-drenched piazzas of Rome. But now it's your turn to weigh in, my friends. Which lifestyle speaks to you more deep down in your travel-loving soul? Are you drawn to the fiery passion and spontaneity of Spain, or the timeless elegance and tradition of Italy? Don't be shy. Head down to the comments section and tell me all about it. Speaking of adventures, I'm always up for exploring new cultures and ways of life. So if you had to choose between these two European gems, where would you book your one-way ticket? And more importantly, what other lifestyle showdowns would you like to see? Got a burning desire to compare the laid-back vibes of Amsterdam with the buzzing energy of Tokyo? Or maybe you're itching to dissect the differences between life in a bustling South American metropolis versus a tranquil Scandinavian village? The possibilities are endless.